Oh man, the Fantom is forming what is a critical pattern ahead of a really important CPI reading just over 12 hours away. This CPI reading could set the tone and will set the tone for crypto and Fantom. Fantom is forming a really important W pattern on the weekly time frame, and I'm going to share with you a price target which could surprise you on Fantom's recovery. Smash the like button, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you appreciate these updates on some of your favorite altcoins and Bitcoin with a blend of technicals and macros and fundamentals all into one. Smash all the likes, make sure you're subscribed and joining this community. As you can see, Bitcoin, another positive day today, 2.3% up on the day, 22,300, back above this channel and sitting comfortably. If you haven't watched my video from earlier today, going through Bitcoin, going through the macroeconomics, make sure you get caught up on that one. Really important video. Now, one warning which I've noticed since then is that Bitcoin, and I shared this with our course members on our live stream just a few hours ago, is forming a bearish divergence here on the hourly. We're seeing the RSI fall and we're seeing the price move up. So do not be surprised to see a little bit of a calling off from Bitcoin, getting itself ready for CPI. Remember, you've got a lot of traders actively trading in this market, so do not be surprised to see if equity markets suddenly have a bit of volatility later today. You're currently up on the equity markets today, 0.56 on the Dow Jones, S&P up 0.8, and more importantly, the Nasdaq up nearly a full percent, which is allowing Bitcoin to move. Risk is on today, and that is because the markets are showing us that they believe CPI is really starting to improve. Now, the market has 90% priced in a 75 basis point rate hike. So even though they think CPI inflation is going to improve, they're still going ahead and saying that Jerome Powell is most likely to still do 75 basis points. That's my expectations too. Bar a surprise shock to the upside or downside where you get a crazy reading, I'm expecting a 75 basis point rate hike from Jerome Powell. Now, tomorrow's reading, the previous reading was 8.5. The one before that was 9.1. This is why the markets got excited. We saw that CPI inflation fall, and the market is now expecting this to come to 8.1. That's the expectation just about here for tomorrow. If that comes in any lower, markets will get really excited and start rallying, because that could maybe give them a clue that maybe Jerome Powell has to reduce rates earlier, right? Because he can't damage the economy. He can't drive this down too low, too fast and crash the economy. Similarly, if you get the other side, which is where inflation's higher than 8.1, and God forbid if it's 8.5 or above, i.e. showing that the improvement's not continuing, then there could be fears and the market could really panic and go into the red, because they could be worried that Jerome Powell will do and more than a 75 basis point rate hike. That means 100 basis points. So that could spook the market if this ticks back up. That is not what we want to see. 8.1% or lower. If it has a 7 in front, if it's like 7.9, 7.8, I think the market's going to go berserk, and they're really going to price in the fact that in the November meeting, this one here, November the 2nd FOMC meeting, we'll probably see a pivot back down to 50 basis points. And that's when we could see a real, not relief rally, but sustained rally in the markets and crypto. And that could be really, really exciting for us, because so far we've been working with scraps. Any relief rallies or long trades we've been taking to the upside have been scraps. This could signal a proper reversal, which could allow Bitcoin to start reclaiming key levels, getting back higher above its weekly EMA ribbon, and that could mean green long-term for crypto. That is what we want, right? I'm so excited. Look at that. That is what we want. Now, what does that mean for Fantom? Let's head on over into the Fantom chart, and you can see Fantom is slightly down today, down 1.4%, retesting its wedge, right? We've got this breakout and kind of coming back down to retest it. You can see 24 was a really important level. Let's just show you it here on this chart. It's a little bit easier to visualize. I'm going to pop it onto the 4-hourly chart. Now, you will see when we had this rising wedge and we broke down to the downside, we looked to the left and we saw that we had a pivot point at around this level, and that's where we initially held up, right? We initially held up at that 29 cents. Then we fell, and we like to look to the next pivot point, which is around 23. You can see we held up a little bit before that. 24 was the level that Fantom held up nicely at. Now, for Fantom, what Fantom needs to do is work its way up to these levels, up towards that 38 cent mark. I'm going to give you the exact level very shortly. And what that will enable it to do is form a W pattern. Similar to Bitcoin, if you watched my video earlier today, I shared the W pattern that Bitcoin is forming on the weekly chart. Well, Fantom could be forming something similar. Let me just go ahead and show you guys. So if we pull this here, what you can see here is this is a W pattern, okay? If you see the neckline where it's at currently there at about 38, 39 cents range, what you could see is you've had your first part of your W, bounce, second part, bounce, and we could be seeing that breakout. This is going to follow the path of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin needs to break that 24,500 level on the neckline of its W pattern. So the Bitcoin neckline, 24,500. The Fantom one is sitting at 38 to 39 cents. Really important that we look out for this key level. Now, of course, on the weekly, let's hold a bit of respect, right? I always say let's put some respect on the bear's name because they own this pattern right now, and you can see we're firmly in their grasp. We got a long way to even touching our weekly EMA ribbon, but the price target from breaking out from this W pattern, let's do this together and let me show you what this price target would be. You can take the measured move down to the longest point and let's apply that. You apply that at the point of the breakout, and what you get is this will give you a price target of about 58 cents on Fantom. So really nice price target. You're almost doubling up there on your Fantom on the breakout of this weekly W pattern. So that's the next big move, but you've got a long way to go. We got to get our way back up to this 38, 39 cents neckline, and then we got to break through that. But again, Bitcoin's forming the same pattern, and this is the key pattern, which is going to be based on the macroeconomics resolving themselves. Now, longer term, what am I expecting from Fantom? A lot of you guys ask, what am I expecting from Fantom? And as you guys know, I like to work very, very conservative. If I'm holding an altcoin, I'm happy for me if this returns back as a base case, very base case. I'll be very disappointed if Fantom did not return back to this Fibonacci level on the retracement, took the swing low to the swing high on the Fibonacci ratios, and that is sitting at $2.28 to $2.39 region. I personally, with my conviction levels of Fantom, given that they get through this bear market, which they've gotten through the worst of it so far, and we can see the light at the tunnel now in terms of CPI and the world economy trying to resolve itself, that would be a sensible target for me. Then I'll be looking at those all-time highs, right? Can you get back into that 330 range? I say very comfortably, right? In the next bull market, when things are exciting, I would be very shocked if Fantom doesn't get back to its all-time high, given the technology and use cases and potential that they've shown. And then you're a little bit more of a stretch is saying, okay, how do we get to this Fibonacci extension at the golden ratio 1.618 mark, which will get you a $5.60 Fantom? So those are the numbers I work with in my head to say this is very comfortable on Fantom, and these are the numbers I think we can achieve. And those are risk rewards which make this a viable position to have in my portfolio. So there you have it, guys. A quick update on the critical patterns on Fantom. CPI reading out tomorrow. We'll be covering it here live. So make sure you got your notification bell switched on. Make sure you've subscribed so you get those alerts when I go live and you do not miss any bits of alpha which could help you on your crypto investing and trading journey. If you want to buy Fantom or any other cryptos, consider checking out the exchanges in the links in the description to BYBIT and BitGet, who are offering this community really good bonuses. I personally use both those trading platforms. They've got great fees, really easy to use, intuitive. They have most of the best tokens, no messing around with KYC2 on up to certain limits, and it's super easy to get started and use. So check those out, links in description. Thanks for watching this video. Go watch my Cadena video, which I posted just a couple of hours ago, which lets you know how many Cadena tokens you will need to become a cryptocurrency millionaire. You're going to be shocked by how little that amount is. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.